But the title did not update. We finally got it figured out. I think, yeah, we're good. Yo, 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 we back. Chilling at a coffee shop with the boy.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. Where we're staying here, I generally assume that everyone has Wi-Fi, but I forget my mom is a simple woman and does not have Wi-Fi. But we have it all sorted now. Yeah, we've just been drinking coffee, checking over charts. I just outlined some stuff in Paper Traders, and Eddie is working on stuff beside me. For me on NQ, I'll just go over this quick, and then I'll probably hand it off to Eddie. I'm watching this hourly FVG and this key level of 22,299.50 for now. If they want to push it up, they can do so from here into 22,525.75. Otherwise, I probably won't take this trade because I did pretty good yesterday and I'm not sure about this price action currently. I would really like to see a pullback to this hourly OTE, not saying that they have to, but that's probably what I would wait for if I was going to trade today, which I probably won't. So yeah, if this hourly FVG holds and there's minor SMT right here, we can definitely push up from here. And then on ES, I have the same thing pretty much, like bodies respecting this 50% of this hourly FVG and key level of 6117 with room up into 6176, 6184 area. And that would just be a continuation for now. Otherwise, I would want to see like a pullback trend line retest into hourly discount. Otherwise, I'm pretty hands-off unless we get that. Just personally, not saying we have to do it. Just what I would like to see. And then I posted this on my Twitter, but Bitcoin once again tapped into our 106 level of death brick wall. Kind of flagging here on the hourly. So I'm just waiting to see what they want to do again, because this is the area that we couldn't close hourly bodies above last time that created this huge dump. When me and Eddie were talking the other day, I said like this little area right here is probably going to present some problems. So while we're in this whole area, I'm just being very cautious. I took a lot of profits from longs that I had yesterday, leaving runners and just waiting to see what they want to do around here. But if we can break through this 106, I would definitely like to see like 109,000 and above off this trend line break. Where's the 200? We are above the 200 EMA. That's cool. I didn't know that. So yeah, flagging on the hourly above 200 EMA. We're just chopped between these levels for now. If they did want to pull it back again, they could do like, let me see. Yeah, they could just chop back down through these levels into this hourly OTE and then continue, which kind of like NQ, I wouldn't mind that either. So I'm just waiting as of now. Oh yeah, and then I'll just go over this quick. The thing that I didn't want to happen on Ethereum ended up happening perfectly, and I guess that's how it goes. Yeah, I don't even know. The first day I posted that was somewhere up in here. Saw this power of 3 playing out, and it made sense that we swept this. Saw this entire distribution like play out for me into this discount, and an immediate reaction off there too. So for me, if we want to see like this whole entire squiggly line play out, we need to invert this daily FVG and flip this 200 EMA back, and then we can literally start working back up into that 2750 area that we rejected before, and hopefully play this whole line out. That would be best case scenario for me. But like me and Eddie have been being very cautious about just these sell models, like coming back to OTE, consolidating, popping, selling off over and over and over. But this time does seem a little different and just a little better. Yeah, being cautious. And I think let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. This trend line like looks nice with this 4-hour holding. Just definitely want to see continuation through here. Flip this FVG and get above the 200, and a lot of these altcoins can run. Eddie's been posting hella setups in Discord since we weren't able to stream, and again, we are very sorry about that. That drive really killed us, and then getting it all set up and figured out has been a process, but we got it, and we're gonna do another live stream from my best friend's house. They have really fast internet, and we'll be there around 3 p.m. Central Time, whatever that translates to.
It's an hour, so 3 p.m., 4 p.m. Eastern.
4 p.m. Eastern. We will do another live and go over today's price action, because it doesn't really look like they want to move this a whole lot right now.
If I'm able to like screen it to your thing and see if you can do something.
My computer will like blow up. INJ.
If you want to pull that up, INJ, looking like it's wanting to, I think we posted it a while back, or we were talking about it.
Yep.
So INJ, right now getting that CISD on the daily, for INJ is getting the, so INJ is getting the CISD on the daily here, so you can see if you want to pull it up. I can also send it. But yeah, INJ got that CAC right there and is looking to clear above the 200. So I'm really watching that. The only thing that is concerning to me is today is the last day of the month. So it is very possible that they can close these up, and then next month, which is tomorrow, they can reach. Oh wait, oh my God, I'm fucking retarded. Sorry. 6 days, yeah. So last week of the month, yeah, so they can either pump this up. It's really important to see how these monthlies close, right? INJ is pretty close to getting above that monthly open that it had. So if they can do that, I think we can see a nice run to the upside, considering that we retraced pretty deep into the OTE on the weekly time frame, and we held the 705 of it. Yeah. So we held the 705, which is a pretty important level to me, at least. Like, I like to trade that one. Just provides a lot more clarity in terms of OTE. So given that we held that and that we're getting above that 200, if we can clear that monthly level, we can really see some nice upside. I believe probably the monthly high is what we can get to. Wouldn't be too bad for me. Another one that I've been looking at that looks like it wants to get a nice run is WIF. So WIF got that same setup that INJ got. So similar retrace into that weekly OTE. It's got above its monthly. right? Tap of almost pretty close to tap of 705, but held the 618 right there, and getting a nice displacement on the daily. I like that bottom candle right there. That's a nice reversal candle. The previous candle, or the candle that followed that, did retrace a little bit into it, which it didn't leave a blunt bottom, which is nice. So you can see a really nice follow through above that monthly and above the 200 if we get a close here on the daily, which I think will come back right around like after a few hours. So we should see a nice follow through on those.
Trend line break 2 and the 200. Look at that.
Yeah, trendline break 200 above the monthly. So this one can really go. That was the very first time when we saw a lot of setups happen like this. That initial breakout that we had, was everything was getting above those monthlies and above those 200. So once we cleared those, it got really nice.
And coming back out of those OTE levels too, like it's very important. Like they're hard to clear, and we are clearing above. Yeah, there's only like 1 4-hour FPG left here that we're stuck in right now, and this can start working its way back up for sure. All the time frames are green except for the yearly on a lot of these.
Otherwise, I'm still really watching FET and Jupe. They are rejecting their 200 EMAs right now, so we just kind of want to keep an eye on that. But realistically, looking for probably just like a small retrace into something, considering it is only 2 days into the week and they're pumping the fuck out of it. So I'd want to see at least a little bit of a retrace into something, and then probably continued longs, especially on Jupe. I missed out on Jupe, but I'm still in FET. Got a nice one, yeah. So once we get above that 200, once we get above those monthlies, it can really give us a solid follow through on a lot of these names. We're just watching, waiting. It's kind of in this area like that. On a lot of these names, I think I posted something last night that on a lot of these names we have gotten above those daily fair value gaps, and they have turned into inverse fair value gaps. So looking for a retrace into those would be really solid if we can just get in there, hold those, and continue up out of those. It's pretty much on every single name that we had that off of that initial dump. Now we're displaced those. Just kind of sitting here waiting on those to get there and see what we do from it, because I think now it's like we got our initial pump, right? So now we just have to make sure that we don't reject those levels, don't have displacement to the downside, make sure that those inverse fair value gaps hold on a lot of these names. Like pretty much every single name that we are watching, that I am watching at least, and that we have posted inside the Discord, are getting that nice run to the upside. And as always, if you guys are new, make sure you check out www.papertraders.io. That's going to be the best place to see everything that we do. If you check us out, inside there we do a lot of crypto analysis. Pretty much the whole drive we were posting crypto analysis. Went through two computer batteries. There were phones. So we were cranking that whole 22 hours of driving. So make sure you guys come check us out, come hang out. Now we got a nice little discount going on as well right now, 15% off if you join up. If we do get to 1,000 followers on my Twitter, we're gonna do a lifetime giveaway for that, for the paper trader. So make sure you come check it out. Come check out that post on my main page. If we get Shane to 3,000 followers, we're gonna do another lifetime giveaway. So make sure you check that out as well. And yeah, I should have brought the shirt too. But if we get 500 viewers on these streams as well, we're gonna do a little merchandise giveaway. We got some hats, we got some hoodies, we got some shirts. So come hang out, come check it out. Give it a like as always, give it a share. To trade these per pairs, we are using Blowfin. Phenomenal software. Got a computer. You can do it on the phone. They just did a little update too, so it's really nice. Make sure you guys check them out as well. On the website, you can use that link. It will give you a nice little initial deposit bonus. You can also use the code HASTE or code Eddie, and I'll get you in there as well. Yeah, other than that, I mean, we are just watching these names, seeing how they're doing, posting updates. We're posting some charts as we cannot stream as much, so we're trying to provide you guys as much value as we can. On in terms of NQ, I mean, it's chopping around right now, um, real fast. I'm gonna do the coverage of that, and then should probably be good after that.
Yeah. And then we'll touch back later.
Yeah. And then we'll touch base later. So right now on the hourly, we had a nice consolidation, right? On If you zoom out on the hourly, we just took out a nice liquidity. I'm looking at the way left. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that liquidity. So we took that out, but we're kind of chopping around it, and that's what I'm watching. So if we can get back above it, then we can see a nice continuation up. But right now on the hourly, all the bodies are closing below it, and if we look on the 4 hours, well, we have not had a solid close above it. So technically, this is a liquidity sweep with a lack of displacement. So this can yield us even like just a retrace into the range that we have created so far on this whole thing. So retrace into the range would be solid for any continuation up. But right now it's just kind of chopping around, so waiting to see what happens. We've swept the previous weekly low, we swept the previous weekly high on it, so it's an outside week already, 2 days into the market. Just need to see some displacement, some follow through. Right. Obviously we're playing it as liquidities displace above. We see a continuation, continue to hold below with no displacement. We see a retrace, and then just watching to see what we do from there, because right now we've gone from external to external. So I want to see if we come down into any internal range liquidity and how these hold. As always, we cover the fact that price moves from externals to internals. Once we take out externals and we come back down to internals, if we're bullish, we want to see those bullish internal liquidities hold. And if they cannot hold, then we're going to see displacement back down to the downside external liquidity. And that's what we're kind of watching, and that's what we're kind of been seeing. I've been posting it inside the paper traders, inside our pre-market outlines, is we've had a lot of hourly fair value gaps. For those, I'm sure you've seen my stream and seen everything, but that previous week, that sell-off, we've seen a lot of those hourly internal liquidities hold down, or like hold us down, which were bearish liquidities or bearish like PD arrays. They kept on holding us down. Right now we've cleared all of them, so it's kind of a flip. There's been a flip in that sentiment in terms of, all of those bearish PD arrays got displaced, and we took out external bullish liquidity. So now we want to see if they continue holding the bullish liquidities or bullish PD arrays. And if we
hourly so nicely with the bodies, like all these bodies have closed well above 50% of this hourly FVG. That's the only reason I was saying, like, we could just continue from here. If we are bullish and they want to run this up into the all-time highs, like, they should just keep pushing this, in my opinion.
Yeah, and even at the bottom right here, you can see that we held those hourly fair value gaps as well. So those hourly PD arrays all held right after the sweep of the bearish external liquidity. So as long as they continue holding all of these liquidity or all of these PD arrays up on our lower time frames or higher time frames, our higher time frame can start following through, and we'll see a nice liquidation, probably right all-time highs or whatever. Not all-time, yeah, we're pretty close to all-time highs, but this whole week is still choppy, so they're probably they can chop it around this whole week. They can do absolutely nothing, considering we are getting it to the end of the month and the end of the quarter as well. So this next week we're gonna have an opening of the new monthly candle and an opening of the new quarterly candle. So it's really, they can do a lot of manipulation on those. And we just need to wait and see what they want to do, how they want to follow through on these. Right, similar thing on crypto we were outlining, and it seemed like a lot of those quarterlies were coming into those points of interest that wanted to see longs out of. So next quarter, or they were coming down and seeing a little bit of like just leaving those liquidities as well. So next quarter we can see a sweep of those quarters, so which would give us a nice solid retrace to the downside, and then from there we can see a continuation up.
I would just play scalps until those high time frames open up. The quarterly is very important. That 3 month open. But yeah, like for Bitcoin, like right now, I just have like these. We either bust through this 106 right now with no pullback, or we get like a pullback to like 103. That's pretty much what I'm watching. That's about it.
LTC is another just interesting setup as well. Looks very similar to WIF. We're below the monthly, we're below the 200, and we have a nice wick to the downside on the daily time frame. So yeah, pretty much what you have drawn out. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. So we're struggling a little bit at the CISD right now. If it gets that displacement, then we can see exactly what Shane has drawn out on it. Right, displace above the monthly, take that liquidity, retrace into the range, and then we go from there. And I think that will probably.
My favorite looking chart, though.
Yeah.
Beautiful chart.
And is that it? Should we end it up? All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in and working with us while we are working to figure out a solid way to get these streams to you and provide the best value that we can bring here. So if it's a little loud, if it's a little janky, we're working with what we got because we want to make sure that you guys still get the value that we promised, and we want to make sure that we over deliver on it as well. So stay tuned for some more. We're going to bring a stream to you guys later today. We're going to try to get a little consistency going with everything, but we're on a little vacation. We're enjoying the time with family, being human, but still providing value to you guys. So any support is appreciated. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, for being here, for staying with us for a little bit. If you enjoy these, give it a like, give it a share. As always, make sure you check out www.paperchairs.io. Make sure you check out at Hayes Beats. He's a phenomenal guy, phenomenal trader sitting beside him right now. He's great. Get him to 3,000 followers. We're going to do a lifetime giveaway for the paper traders. If you get me to 1,000 followers, we're going to do another giveaway on that. So make sure you retweet that post that we have pinned. We got 40 people in the house. That's fucking awesome. For just a nice little Tuesday morning stream. Check out Paper Traders. You can do a little weekly trial, or just check it out for a week for whatever price, or price of a shitty coffee with a bunch of sugar. You can do that. We got the jokes. We bring the fun to the markets. We're not in alerts Discord, so if you're looking for that, you can go find somewhere else that does a discount for every holiday that there is and every day that there is of the week. Veterans Day discount or Pride Month discount. Go check those Discords out. I'm sure they're still running those promotional sales. Yeah. So, but in terms of us, we bring value and we believe in what we believe. We don't believe in any alerts. We show you guys the charts and our outlines, what we see, the levels that we have. We do daily write-ups for NQ and ES. We outline crypto. But yeah, come check out. We want you guys to learn, want you guys to grow. If you're looking to do the same, do it with us. On that note, I'll probably hand the mic off to Mr. Hayes and we'll finish it up.
Yep. Yeah, again, thank you guys so much. I'm just getting my API access approved for Blowfin, and I have a Discord bot for paper traders that will send out alerts through our whole perp watch list. Oh yeah, I will. When a previous day high or low gets swept, because that's like some of our favorite setups, it'll alert the Discord, and that'll be awesome. So I'm just waiting on that API access, and then yeah, Eddie wanted me to touch on the harmonic PDF. Is almost done. I just have to give it a run through and clean it up a little bit, and we should be good to go on that. And then we'll start working on a schedule for the class after that, because the animals and the zookeeping is just out of control. So we will keep you guys updated on that. Thank you again for tuning in, and we will see you later.